A different thing?
Yeah.
Oh, like it's gonna do.
Are
Facebook?
live. No, it's not on Facebook.
We're live?
We're live.
But we're on Facebook?
No, we're on Facebook. You're still on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm confused. What's happening? Okay. Guys, hello everyone. Welcome to YouTube Girls Going Gym. Thank you guys for waiting for us.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, we appreciate it.
But you guys know the drill with our freaking technical difficulties and all that shit. So.
Yeah, we've never done this before, so we didn't know there was a countdown.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool.
I thought Miguel was supposed to test it this week, but
I'm trying to fix the problem. Why don't you guys do the show? I do this
We
part.
are, you're
Jerks.
part of it.
Trying to figure stuff out. It's really difficult, right?
It's okay. Again, thank you guys for joining us here on YouTube. Our little transition, it's very much appreciated. Thank you to Vegan Lunatic Fringe. Oh, hello, Callie. Bakersfield Gentleman, aka Miguel. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. And Matthew, West Valley from Shockfest. Thank you for joining us. And everyone else. Oh man, so tonight we are going to be talking about the harvesters tour.
harvest rituals. I don't know why I said it like that.
It felt good.
First off, though, I don't know if we can do a poll on this, but I'll ask anyway. Since it's Leo season, would you rather be eaten by a lion, or would you rather be run over by a tractor during a harvest?
Wow.
Attacked by a lion, ran over by a tractor.
I think it would depend on if the tractor blades were sharp or dull.
Well, it's harvesting stuff. It's like cutting shit down. So, I mean, if it could cut down stalks of things, I'm sure it's probably sharp.
Just worried about getting dragging caught up there. I'm like, just take me. Just take a lion. I'll take a lion. Just get my face real quick and just get it done. I don't want to risk it.
Please smack me hard enough where I just like pass out and I don't feel anything.
Oh, jeez. You died from shock. Take a nap. Ah. Okay. Do you have any? Can you see anybody on your end, Miguel? Because mine kind of froze up over here.
I see you guys. No comments. Just a couple people watching though.
Okay, I just want to make sure because, like I said, it's froze up over here. There's nothing happening.
We're still moving.
Okay.
We are still, at least on the main video.
Okay.
And yeah, we're going.
Okay, cool. Okay. So did you have one? Did you have a preference on being eaten by a lion or being?
Oh, the lion
harvest?
for sure.
No. Just that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for sure. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just blunt force trauma to the head. And a big ass paw.
Okay. There was some crazy stuff that kind of came up in the news the other day, and I was kind of surprised. I don't know. I guess it'll make more sense when we talk about it. But there was a car accident a few days ago where pretty much everybody died in it, and one of the drivers of this vehicle was his original name was Andrew Golden. And he had changed it. He changed it because he just got out of prison for being a school shooter in 1998.
Oh, shit.
So he and another kid in Arkansas, when they were in school, they waited. I think they pulled a fire alarm and they waited for people to come out of the classrooms, and they were like just shooting them. But he and the other kid got arrested and they were sent to prison for I think 11 years, and then he got out and he changed his name and he went into living a normal life. And then a couple days ago, gets into a collision and dies. It was kind of crazy. Like, and I know a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, it's karma." Like,
Yeah, well, why did he get released?
he just did his time. Like, he did his sentence. That was his sentence, and it's like weird because that was kind of around like the Columbine kind of time. And I don't remember hearing about that one. Like, you would kind of think, I mean, maybe it did happen and I just don't remember, but because Columbine was kind of a big thing and then things were getting compared to Columbine, so you just always hear Columbine.
Right.
So maybe I could have just block that incident out, but I honestly don't ever remember that happening. But supposedly it happened.
Well, I mean, I guess it kind of is karma. I think.
I kind of think it is too.
Because, I mean, if you kill someone, I don't know, then again, was he rehabilitated? Have he killed any other people after that? Like,
There was really no information on his life other than his name change, basically, from the time he got out to the time of the incident. Like, basically, it came out when the incident happened. Was that, oh, yeah, like, former convicted, child killer, like, released and died in a car accident. I was like, what? What do you mean, like, released? Like, when did this happen? Like, I don't know. But no, it wasn't something that was talked about or reported. It just kind of ended. But it was kind of strange. So I thought that we found a share did you have anybody that you loved it?
August 31st, 1995, 6 people in Egypt drowned trying to rescue a chicken that had fallen down a well there. I think it was like 80 feet or something like that. So one family member went in and the current came up and it drowned him. 2 other family members went down, same thing, same current. More people came down because there was 2 elderly farmers that came down to help them. They fell in and drowned.
Oh my God.
So they end up pulling all of these bodies out of the well, and the chicken survived.
Are you serious? Oh my
So
God.
like they just went in one by one, like the dodos off the cliffs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is pretty funny. And the chicken's just like, walking away like nothing.
I know, unscathed.
I would have been that person to be like, fuck that chicken. Like, I don't need that. Like, why would you go 80, you said it was 80 feet down? Why would you go that far? Like, fuck that chicken, it's gone. It's done. You don't know, nobody wants that chicken anymore.
Well, what if it was their one of their meals? We don't know.
80 feet, you risk 6 people.
For probably one chicken that's like this big that can only feed one person.
Yeah, that you're gonna have to split, and then it's 9 people. So, you know what? It got rid of 6 people. They can eat that chicken now and not have to share so much because the chicken lived. So, kind of sounds like a plot twist to me. I think somebody has to say it.
This looks like orange juice.
It kind of does.
The candle?
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
I really like this light, but it's like every time I blink, I see rings everywhere, and it's kind of distracting and blinding at the same time. I really like that.
Me too. It looks like so
I know. Shoot. Do we have any questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, Goody has joined us, and Richard said the chicken planned the whole thing.
Probably.
Yeah, that chicken was a diabolical genius. And that's all we got for right now.
That's all you got for right now, Miguel?
Yes.
You don't have anything that you'd like to ask or comment? Or you're just gonna sit there and stare at your fucking phone?
I'm looking at you guys 3 times.
Our
Once in a
eyes
row.
are up here.
So they're right over here and over there on my phone and computer screen-ish situation.
I feel
Those are
harassed.
jerks.
We cannot work under these conditions.
Stop mansplaining shit to me, okay?
There's a little work.
I'm gonna get us demonetized real fucking quick.
You'll cry somewhere else. What do you call it? Another. Oh gosh, dang it! I can't remember this full story off the top of my head. But another Instagram lady was killed. Her parents found her in a luggage container in her apartment.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They don't know who did it just yet.
I think it's you because you know all these fucking stories about bitches dying on Instagram.
I would have known it so much faster. All right.
If they would have
Oh,
posted
shoot.
about it, I would have known even sooner.
Richard says that he tried to share, but the power went out in his house. I don't know what to do. Well, if you gotta watch later, man, watch later. So conserve your phone battery. Yeah, I get you. Hope it turns back on soon. That sucks.
For real. I mean, we're awesome, but like, I don't think it's worth it.
No, it's not worth having to be able to call somebody awesome, so, because we can't help you.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching, Richard.
Another thing, Harold Schechter is a really big true crime writer for books and whatnot, and he released one on a lady named Belle Gunnis. She was a killer around the same time, like right after H.H. Holmes' stuff, but she had a farm where she would lure guys in from other countries and kill them once they came over. Like, hey, I'll marry you. You can have my farm, bring all your money, and just you, though, I don't want to deal with anybody else. And then just murder them. She killed a bunch of her own kids. And I think to get away with it all, she killed 3 of them, and a lady cut the lady's head off and burned the place down, blamed it on one of her helpers, one of the farmhands, and no one ever found her because the body that was in the fire with her kids definitely was not her. It was smaller than her. She blew up the head, apparently, or just cut it off, and then they never found it. And left a couple of her gold teeth behind for dental records.
Wow.
So I think we got to go deep into that one because Belle Gunnis sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good story.
She like pulled her own teeth out.
Yeah.
Like that is
Mother-
fucking nuts on its own.
Belle Gunnis.
Oh yeah, she killed her kids too.
Yeah. Not a great lady. Apparently made some really good fermented herring though. So good for her.
Yeah. It's hard to come by that nowadays.
Fermented fish. That
Mm.
sounds so fucking gross.
Like everyone tells you eat seafood, as fresh as possible. But then she's there letting it rot. Delicious. Do you guys remember the last time we did a full-on deep dive on a serial killer? It's been a while. Yeah, it's like,
Well, our full episode was just one killer.
yeah.
It's been a little while.
It has been a while. We've got October open, plenty of killers and things like that. So.
That is a perfect month.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like thinking. click. Sorry.
Ooh. Richard says, since you are into true crime, I have the address to write to David Berkowitz, aka Son of Sam, if you want it. What?
Yeah.
What?
Miguel won't let me.
Well, that's because you keep trying to like send him riddles like he's some kind of Batman character.
Send them like put out. Glue it all together.
Yeah, I bet you if you can like get an interview with him, that would be a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Guessing he's kind of old by now, though.
I was still lying about shit.
I wouldn't doubt it. He's crazy. Definitely crazy.
Just a waste of time.
But I mean, other than that, right now, what's going on? I mean, you have those people from the Area 51 shit still going down.
I saw an advertisement on Facebook. There's like bars in LA doing an Area 51 crawl.
Oh my god.
So
They're just. I wonder why they're making this popular. So stupid.
I think people just want something to trend, and this was easy to jump on.
we do Tide Pods.
True.
I'd rather people eat Tide Pods at this point.
I mean,
Yeah, go back to the
before this, it was the
go back to your ice bucket challenges and your fucking kind of fun shit. Did you know that people were snorting condoms?
Yeah.
no, thank God. I want to practice safe no sex. Okay.
Those people should not be.
Well, they definitely weren't using them for sex, so we're all screwed.
You're sexing wrong.
Like if you snort a condom, like it'll keep your brain from producing sperm. Yeah, we don't really.
Oh gosh,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Rhodey. Richard said he's all for natural selection. I agree.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? I mean, before the Area 51 stuff, it was the clowns.
Oh yeah, like
Those
the
walk-
Fresno
That's
clowns
right.
and stuff.
Yeah. And that spread nationwide
Was
too.
there something in between
I wonder. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Everything moves so fast with that shit now.
Yeah. And I try to ignore most of people's.
There's a lot of it. A lot of stupid shit out there.
It can be contagious sometimes.
No, I agree. It's terrible, but I think it keeps people distracted. So
Yeah.
they could be doing other stuff, I guess, positive or negative.
It'd be nice if it was positive for a change.
Yeah, that would be nice, but I
Here's
doubt
a
it.
challenge, go plant a fucking tree. Jesus.
How about you pick up your trash from the fucking ground?
Like, go spay or neuter your fucking pet. Like, do something that is not.
That's just a common like decency. Those things.
Common decency isn't common anymore.
Mhm.
So, let's make positive challenges in the world. Let's don't eat Tide Pods, let's eat Brussels sprouts.
Ew.
I could.
Yeah, no, screw that.
I love that.
Rather eat that guy's foot from the other episode. I don't remember his name.
Yeah. I forgot about that guy. Wait.
The
The
foot.
dude where he
Ate his own foot, right?
yeah, he made tacos out of his foot.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that was nice.
There we go. Nice recipe. Brussels sprouts covered in Tide Pod. So nice Tide Pod sauce.
Oh, okay.
Tide Pod sauce. Ooh, that's what Tide Pod
A
sauce.
Tide sauce.
Yeah. Tide Pod aioli. A little bit of there you go.
That's getting extra
Fancy.
right there.
Heck yeah, I know words.
Ooh, phony.
Chemical burn. Oh, Jesus.
What do you call it? Well, that's pretty much all the news I can really think of right now, just because luckily it's been kind of a down. Well, I mean, I don't know if we want to go into it, but what happened in Gilroy? There was a shooting not too far from us. That is a friend of ours' hometown, Becca.
Yeah.
Quite a few people that I know, like vendors, for instance, Silky Soap Works. She had friends over there. I don't think she made it to that particular event, because if it was schedule wise, if it worked out for her, she would have been there.
Wow.
But just it's 13 people injured, 4 shot and killed. That was just horrible.
Yeah, it really was. And I'm kind of confused on the last things that I kind of heard. Is at first they had somebody in custody, and then they had somebody in custody, but then they were dead. So I'm kind of lost at that point on what's going
Like,
on.
are they dead or in custody?
Yeah.
I want to say they're dead. The perpetrator is dead.
How can they do it?
And figure out why they did to help maybe try to prevent things like this. Instead of just blaming the
That's how
guns.
it always happens.
Yeah, it's true. You're right.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
I mean, I don't know. I've my own thoughts on gun stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think if people are going to go with somebody, if you want to kill somebody, you don't do it. It's already been proven. That's just all I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
Next!
If you guys don't know, today is Lammas or Lunasa, which is a pagan holiday. It's a harvest holiday where they have harvest festivals and they do rituals and things like that. So it's more Celtic. Okay, like a Celtic. Well, Lammas is Old English for loaf mass. So like bread, and that's where
grain.
the grain and stuff comes from. We'll get into that in a minute. You talk about the food part.
Okay. Well, it's like I was reading stuff, but I didn't read that part. I'm like, okay.
So yeah, and Lunasa is it's taken from the word Lu, which is the god of light, the Celtic god of light, and he protects he's like god of the clouds as well, and he kind of dictates when the harvest is going to be ready and all that stuff. So so that's where that comes from. It's the first of 3 harvests. So it's the first And then May Bun is the one in September, and then there's salmon in October.
Okay.
So it's the first of the 3.
Good.
And there are, if you follow it, there are like a lot of things that are associated with it for the day, as far as like grains and certain fruits and stones, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the foods for the day would be like the multi-grain breads or like cereals and oats and things like that. Sorry.
Don't make fun of me. I was eating my blueberries.
Which are another thing for today, aren't they? Are blueberries for today too?
Oh, I don't know. I just really like them.
Oh, okay. I thought blueberries were for today. Oh, blackberries. Blackberries are for today. Blackberry pie, corn on the cob. It also said barbecue meats or fried chicken, and I was like, I didn't say that on the book.
Barbecue meats. Oh yeah. And barbecue seasoning tonight.
Did you know
Blackberry cheese.
Did you guys know there's a gland in your stomach that releases a hormone when you eat meat? That's like when you have a lot of meat, it releases a hormone that's almost like the same as your endorphins, like to tell you this is good, this is a good thing, and it connects you with the people around you. Like it's supposed to be a very calming. Like this is a safe environment.
I call bullshit.
No, it's a real thing. It's in your stomach, and when you break down meat in your stomach, that's that full like, oh, I got the meat sweats feeling. When you have a lot of meat,
sweats.
and you're
It's
sitting.
like gas and indigestion.
Yeah.
And like possibly borderline gout if you're sweating.
But if you're sharing a meat meal with other human beings,
They can get their own.
everybody, assuming you have enough for them too. Excuse me.
Wasn't the guy at the Brazilian place talking about that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I don't remember. I was.
It's, oh my God. It's a biological. What's the word I'm looking for?
Reaction.
Yeah, reaction. But when you evolve, evolution. It's an evolutionary biological consistentness. It's never really
Big
changed. Damn it. It's just never changed because it's been something that's always. Gosh damn you, you guys suck.
It's alright, I love you. I want to get them in their opinions.
I know. That lets us know these people you can trust. You're having a meal with them, and that's like one of the only foods. Meat is that releases that hormone. I just-
Vegan with something.
You know what? That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, that
It's
actually is
like
kind
you're
of true.
healthy, you're eating good stuff. You're supposed to feel good, right? Like, do something. No fire that.
Oh, hot dog is the worst thing to bring up.
Oh my, yeah. I
Don't
don't.
you know what's in that?
Yeah, stuff I'm gonna eat.
Buttholes, and it's delicious. Okay. Oh, in the northern hemisphere, August 1st is when we celebrate Llamas or Lunasa, and in the southern hemisphere, it's February 1st. Because it's like, their harvest is different. Because they're months. Yeah, well, it has to do with like where the sun hits and all that. So,
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Decorations, summer flowers, like sunflowers. Got some into here. Didn't you make the little bouquet maybe last year? Was it for this one or was it for summer solstice? I think it had like a little sunflower in it, but it's got other little flowers in it too. I don't remember. I want to say it's got like some little purple flowers in it.
I think it was for the solstice.
Was it for this? Or I mean the summer solstice.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't remember. I'll have to look at it again.
I'll take a picture of it later. I still have it. But like little sunflowers, grains, cornucopias, like the horns for Thanksgiving where it's got like the corn dogs in it and the squashes and all that. Corn dolls, which I've not heard corn doll in like forever. Like I saw one like years ago at an old thrift shop. I thought it was neat because it was still like pretty much intact.
Wow. Wiener Schnitzel has them 5 for $5.50, I think. So.
Corn dolls?
Oh, corn dolls. Oh,
They probably just
sorry. I had the hot dog buttholes in my mind, so I went back to that.
Okay.
Corn in the ancient times, it meant grain. So when people would make, say, like corn dolls, yeah, they would use the corn husks, but also like husks from like just other grains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. I learned that while doing this research.
Yeah, you forget that other grains have a protective shell around them most of the time. Like, well, that's interesting to me. Both of you are like, oh my.
To not have to see the shit before we consume it, right? Just like, give me my shit and take my money.
Well, I've never been around wheat. I've been around cornfields, never wheat fields, because
Really?
it's not really a California thing. We grow some wheat, but very little. That's more like the middle of the country.
So I just want to know, what are you doing in the cornfields?
Being lost in the mazes, hanging out with the children of the corn, Pocahontas and her friends, Corn
Corn what?
Wallace, the guy from the American Revolution. I'm out of corn things.
Okay. Rain cone,
Nice.
on top, corn on stick.
Okay, Bubba.
Do you normally celebrate like the different rituals? Like, do you make it a point to celebrate each one, or is it just when you feel in the mood to do it?
It's usually when I have time.
Okay.
Like I know it's on the day, and like I'll just kind of set up, my altar and stuff to kind of for all that. But I don't make the bread, and I don't like do the feast and all that stuff. So like the festival part, I don't do that.
Okay.
I do decorate my altar and I'm thankful for my stuff. It's basically almost like it's like the wheel of the year. It's like there's 2 Thanksgivings.
Okay.
This is basically a Thanksgiving, and then Magon is like a Thanksgiving, but in August and September. So
Yeah, it makes sense too.
yeah, so I it'd be cool to do that, like have 3 fucking like Thanksgiving meals, like once every couple of months.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving.
I just had a turkey leg last night, so don't be jelly. It's delicious.
And then make some chicken.
Nice. I like the way you're thinking. Because yeah, if you think about it, not so much the Americanized version of Thanksgiving where we just eat a huge meal. It would be smart to have something where we thank nature again as a society,
And that's what this is all about.
right? Yeah, I'm not too far off in my thinking right here, because all of it, the time of year depends on what you have to offer for yourself, for your family. So it's nice to be thankful when the weather is good and you can grow a good crop. And then, be thankful when it gets colder that you had a good harvest before, so you have things that sustain yourself throughout.
And I mean, of course, not everyone has crops that they're growing and shit, but this could also be a spiritual thing too, like just a remembrance of like where you are at this point compared to where you were last year,
Right.
just to kind of sit and think about what you have and be thankful for all these things, and just kind of it's like a Thanksgiving.
I definitely agree with that.
The some of the key points for the spiritual part of this holiday is that it's a celebration of pure light, like the light in people and goodness and all that, and also the abundance. Either spiritually or maybe financially, you're doing well and stuff like that. So it's just kind of almost a reflection of the past year and like what you have now and what's to come. Like, you want to be better next year than you are now.
So it's kind of,
almost like setting your intentions for next year too.
yeah, so it's kind of like a pre-New Year's resolution kind of thing.
Almost, yeah.
With Thanksgiving thrown in there.
So the cool thing about like the pagan and Wicca and stuff too is like this forces you to kind of like almost every month there's like something to remind you like, hey, be thankful for what you've got. You know, that's in a lot of I see this similar to all the other holidays on the year. That's one thing that like is consistent throughout all of it is to be thankful for what you've got.
And we should be. We should always be thankful for the things we have. If you think about it, there's always somebody worse off than you. And then
I mean, the people we talk about every fucking week.
yeah, yeah. And then there's always going to be somebody that's worse off than them. So even if you think you have shit, you know, at least be thankful that you got the shit that you have.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you reflect on the skills you have too, and your abilities, and how to perfect them for the next year. Because that's what they did with the crops too. Like once you harvest the crops, you're like, oh, we could do this to get better crops next year, but we're thankful for what we've got this year and all that. So
Yeah.
it's like there's a lot of like symbolism and stuff in it. So,
It's a nice direction to have, you know. Let's see. I read on some of this. I don't really follow the holidays too much. I normally do because I associate with other people who do, but I'm not pagan and I'm not Wiccan, so I don't follow that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's fun. I like I said, I try to because I associate with other people that follow through with it, and it is kind of, you know, it is kind of nice to do it because you are focusing on something and you are setting an intention,
right.
you know, with fruits and breads and all kinds of other stuff too. So it's kind of different, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, like basically it's kind of like what it's described. It just seems like it's a big, fun, thankful feast where it's all homegrown stuff and senses and stuff.
I wish I had more like homegrown stuff. I have a tomato plant. I have a basil plant. I've got aloe vera so far. Mint. Oh my god, mint.
My mint dies.
dies.
That's why I look at yours and I'm like, God, because my mint and my oregano always die. My basil, I can't kill it for shit. I've already propagated off that
It's like
thing a
a
million
weed.
times. I've given that thing in pieces away, and then I still have several in the backyard. And I'm just like,
Hey, and you can even have little things at home if you want to harvest.
yeah.
Do you
Grow a
get-
tomato plant or like plant.
Do you guys want to go split seas on a cow next year?
Oh, you know, it's cheese I can make. That'd be awesome.
Well, I was going to talk about butchering it. Like, we'll just get
We
one.
gotta get cheese first.
What do you call it?
Cheese first.
Weird topic,
Put
but
money down on a local farmer.
yeah. Like a bunch of Mexican families in our area used to do that. They'd all go in together and buy one cow.
Yeah, and then there's so much meat, you just split it up.
I know pig farmers do want to get pig.
I would go pig.
Farmers
Yeah,
do.
I'd go pig. I only know the guy who did the goats that we used to get every Easter also did cow, but it wasn't his business. Like the goats were his main source of income.
Do you let go?
I love goat.
Yeah.
Goat is fantastic. Goat eyeball is delicious. I'll tell you right now. Great.
I've dissected an eyeball, but I've never eaten an eyeball.
I think you got to try it. Cook a whole goat.
I
Yeah.
think I'm okay with gizzards.
I think can't know what to do.
I'm gonna get a whole goat. I'm gonna cook it underground, the entire thing, and I'm gonna give you guys the eyeballs.
Cook it underground. Oh, almost like did you see that video of this lady who cooked a bowl of chicken in her office?
A whole chicken in
Was
her
it-
office.
yeah, she put it under. Yes, she
Oh,
put it in the dirt.
Yeah, oh yeah. I thought like Was that real?
Retarded.
that wasn't real, was it?
You can cook things in the ground.
That's how we cooked the goat. for real. Yeah. I know that, but it was like in a potted plant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That part I'm a little like,
It's a terracotta pot because it'll insulate the heat from the home.
I'm still gonna go. Maybe that was too small. If I remember the video.
Get your fucking fucking lunch out of here. Like, take your groceries and go home.
Like, why are you cooking around all these people?
Like, why does it smell like pickles and banh mi in here? Like,
What if they have like a Friday, potluck, and she's like, "Oh shit, I forgot to do something." Bam.
literal
Like, make a
potluck.
whole
Yeah.
chicken?
But-
Like, how do you forget to make a whole chicken?
But you brought it with you.
Right?
Oh, I forgot to cook this motherfucker. Oh no.
How the fuck do you do
I
that?
forgot to cook it. Oh my god.
Knew there was
Chicken
something I
tartare
missed.
is like the best. Oh my god, you are missing out.
That's so gross.
Do you see that stupid meme thing or what? It wasn't a meme. It was like somebody posted.
Picture. Oh, cooking up for my hubby, and it's like
Yeah.
a raw chicken. Yeah. Oh, that was bad. Or no, medium rare chicken and rice.
That's what it was.
Oh,
Medium rare chicken. It's
Right.
still not fucking good.
That's not how you do it.
No.
Like, no, there's no.
Well, that person will be thankful they didn't die. That's something to be thankful for.
I would have called the cops.
Well-
As soon as I seen that post, nope, I'm calling cops. Bitch trying to kill somebody. Report a crime right now, officer.
I
Look,
bet even though that person probably, like, if they didn't listen to the people in the comments, whoever they tried to serve it to must have said something like, I'm
I
not
hope
fucking
not.
eating that shit.
I fucking hope so. I hope they were not as dumb as her.
personal story.
Did you? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Frankie was dating this really crazy chick. Like she was
Oh.
unbelievably crazy. I hated her. I physically
Why does
like.
it not surprise
Oh
me?
god.
You physically choked the bitch.
I wanted to.
Oh man,
Never
I
got.
thought you said you did. I was
But
like,
I've
really?
never
From
seen
time-
that.
from
Right?
From time to time, she cooked really nicely. Like, oh, thank you, appreciate that. She made good soup, and she made chocolate chip pancakes. Love that. One of my favorite things.
Yeah.
But she was gonna make fried chicken, and I guess she's never done it before because she just put it in the pan, fried it. Just
You didn't batter it?
no, it was battered,
Okay.
so the batter looked great. But that's not how you do it. You can't just put it on the stove real fast because the inside's still very cold. So we bit into it, and it's just raw chicken.
Oh my god.
So I know what raw
Wow.
chicken tastes like now.
Barb.
But I got to give her to this, though. Even though she was crazy, and she claimed to be 4 months pregnant after dating for 2 months, with her brother, she was very nice to try and make food for
It's like
us.
Baby D's little cousin. It's like it's your
Crazy.
baby.
She tried to move in with us, like a week into it. I'm like, out of my home, lady. I hate her.
She's all watching.
She is. Get out of Bakersfield, lady. Come on.
Oh, that kind of segue. Protection spells are good to use during this time as well to protect your home in the upcoming dark times with Sally and stuff. Sorry.
That was a perfect segue. I love that.
I thought she was gonna get into voodoo dolls or some shit. She's like, you did.
Well, the corn dollies were actually used as a conduit, I guess, for the spirit of grain, and they would put it in their house or their barns, wherever they would harvest their crops to, ward off evil spirits and hopefully get a better crop next year.
I don't know why you don't, Like, it never hurts. I think even if it's everything psychological, like prayer or meditation or anything from the large religions, if it makes you feel better, isn't that helping?
Yeah. I think so.
Right? Like, they have cases where psychiatrists recommend exorcisms because someone's very stout in their religion. They're pretty stuck on it. So, like, they're cuckoos, all right? They're definitely crazy.
Yeah.
But the alternative is to give them a whole bunch of drugs just to completely zombify them versus having a priest come in and do what they consider a non-evasive exorcism. So they pray with them, they give them the holy water, and nothing that could harm them. There's no like starving them out or anything like that, where you heard some like severe cases out there.
Right.
But almost 90% of the time when they recommend that stuff, which is very rare, it's not like it happens all the time, it helps. So I don't see why you wouldn't want to put like a protection spell on your home or have a room that you know the meaning behind it. You have it in your house, like, oh, protect over my family. I think that's just as valid as my mom having her holy water from the church at her front door. She just likes having that there. The kids love having it there. They feel the same way. And if it gives you a sense of comfort, I think those are good things.
That's great.
Yeah. And real.
They used to take bread and like break the bread and like throw it over their shoulders.
Not just wasting bread. No,
And
never
it
mind.
well, it would feed. They did it in hopes that it would feed predators, so that they would stay away from their livestock. So that's another protection thing.
Huh. Do you think that does anything to do with the salt over the shoulder too? Do you think?
I don't know.
Well, salt was used like for protection. So
Okay, this isn't that one show with the handsome men in the muscle car. What show is that?
What?
yeah, like,
You know
use
that
it to make a
the circle, yeah.
To protect yourself, you can put it over your doorway.
What
or
is it?
eggshells. You can take broken eggshells and put them over your doorstep for protection.
What show is? Damn it! I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
what are you talking about?
It was. Gosh dang it!
That was random.
There's two brothers and they fight demons. Supernatural. Thank you. Oh my god. They talk about salt rings all the time on that show. Apparently, I don't watch it. It didn't look that interesting to me.
You're pretty hung up. You got a little lit up over the handsome boys and muscle cars.
Are you?
Yeah,
I'm not going to deny their handsome dad. It's a nice muscle car. Call a spade, all right?
Nice muscles in a car.
Yeah. Nice muscles and a handsome car.
Off topic, but definitely relevant. From Richard saying, don't forget this Saturday, passes and hotel rooms for Texas Frightmare 2020 go out for grabs. Passes at 10 o'clock Central Time, 10 a.m., and hotel rooms at 10 p.m. Central Time. So, we got to hop on that real fast.
They're doing announcements too that day, aren't they? For
Yep.
who's going to be the vendors and the.
Well, it ain't us.
tents.
So, I'm mad at him right now. Lloyd can.
Um,
I love Lloyd, so it's
you
fine.
don't go?
We're going. Well, I want to go, but we don't get a table. We already, because they already did table announcements, and we got nothing back.
Let's petition. Let's start a petition to bring those versions next week.
I go on to change.org and we'll get that started. Right?
If we're fucking do for Halloween. Well, not us. We don't want to do that.
No, I don't.
Well, I don't anyway.
I wouldn't want to do it because I would sign a petition. I wouldn't want the other vendors to like get that fit.
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of looks bratty and like, you know.
I don't know. I think Richard's got the right point here. Just set up a table in the lobby. I will bring a table. You guys just throw some shirts on there. Like, oh,
Yeah. Get thrown out first.
I was just pretend I didn't know you guys. Don't worry. Oh my god, who are these women? Take off my girls going gin shirt real fast.
Stab you. We'll come back to the studio and it'll be different, maybe.
Decorated with Boudoir Miguel.
There's actually worse pictures of me out there than that. So,
Yes, there.
yeah. Time to change the subject. All right. Gosh dang it. Yeah, but no, it's definitely going to be a fun time. I hope people. I can't wait for 2020. Friggin' the Saturday episode of the Bakersfield Gentleman falls on my birthday that year, so like I'm excited. It's gonna be a good one. Yeah, and then no, that's. I'm sorry, I caught us up on the comments. There we are. We're caught up.
Yeah, 10 minutes left. Cool. Alright, so
I don't get this YouTube
it's not bad so far. We just need to get everyone to and get more subscribers. So please share
and like and use the notification bell.
It's gonna take a couple episodes for people to make the switch over. I understand that.
That's fine. We'll keep
Yeah.
reminding everyone.
That's
if
all.
you
Yeah.
guys could keep reminding people, that'd be great.
Exactly.
We appreciate that.
Now I have a question for you guys.
Alright.
Now obviously there's way less farmers than there were back in the day.
Right.
Way less people live off the land. They don't need to hunt. What would you, and what time of year would you plan a thankful ritual for what we do have? oh my goodness, like say people for Comic-Con, they all go there and they're all very thankful for their movies and they all dress up for it and they spend a bunch of money. I don't think that counts as the same as far as a sacrifice goes to anything. But there's a huge group of people who go over there, dress up, and they do weird rituals themselves. They're not the same kind, and it's probably not thought of the same way, but isn't that a celebration and one time of year, literally gathered? What would your guys' be? Like, what would you celebrate and what would you be thankful for?
Oh, 20.
Shoot.
For real, just a huge 420 party.
Should have seen that coming. I think we could totally take care of that. You do your intent. Just don't tell anybody.
Celebrate the Sativa gods.
I guess it'd be like, I guess that counts as any fucking reggae festival.
Come on. Oh, and Slightly Stupid is in town tonight. I can't go. Me.
It's all right. Oh, Joshua Roberts checks in. He just forgot the time, so he hopped on now. So yeah, we'll keep pushing the new time slot too. Let everyone know.
Thank you for joining us, even though it's okay. We're sorry. Did you have anything to add? We are about to go.
Hold on, I can't see him.
I know, it's kind of blinding. I'm like,
Thank God for that. Yeah. I'm gonna turn the light up.
Well, what do we have coming up lately?
we got Shock Fest coming up, don't we?
Yep.
And then we have Fear Festival.
Fear Expo.
Fear Expo, sorry. In October here in Teen.
Uh-huh.
And then we're
For
filming.
end of the month. Yep.
Mhm.
If we get that 1,000 subscribers before the storming of Area 51, I'll go and live stream it. Yeah. It's going to be very exciting to watch me run and fall down on camera.
Get shot.
Probably.
Sell tacos. Like, I really wish I had a big old, like,
You
this is
could-
Winnie right now.
You got to start thinking of alien-themed foods. Like, oh, here's gray tacos.
Great.
Or here, I'll-
Bad meat.
Yeah. There's no guacamole on it.
Oh, sorry. how about reptilian tacos then? How about that?
Reptilian
Yeah.
taco?
That sounds better. You can sell tang.
The meat has scales.
Oh god, iguana meat, just a whole bunch of iguanas.
Or out in the desert and catch them real quick.
Well, yeah, those fuckers grow to like 5 feet
Iguanas are in the
long.
desert.
No, they need tropical.
Oh,
Right?
that's right.
They need water.
Yeah.
Snake. I actually hear snake's pretty tasty. So, Josh, we didn't talk about this earlier. I don't think. Have you guys discussed the petition to change when Halloween is observed?
Oh God, that's so stupid. Just
Yeah.
fucking leave it alone. People are just distracted by nonsense lately.
That is true. Yeah.
It's just something else stupid. It's just something else that's just fucking stupid. It's just not necessary.
I liked someone's idea to add
No.
a trick or treat night on the last Saturday.
I want to go fuck yourself now.
What I want more Halloween. That's all I want. I want more.
That's an extra day of Halloween.
Yeah.
We can't trick or treat.
I don't trick or treat. I get drunk and hand out candy. Children love when you're drunk and hand them
you do it
candy.
on Halloween.
I'll do it twice.
No.
Sure.
Screw them kids. You know expensive candy.
Well, you know that lately trick or treaters have just been going to like churches who have like those trunk or treat
Oh
things.
yeah.
Because it's like a safe Halloween. Like nobody knocks on anybody's door.
Yeah. And then one old lady backs out of that too fast. Boom. 12 kids gone. Oh, why are these kids in my trunk and half squished?
I
Oh.
forgot to turn the crock pot off.
Yeah.
That's the veins on.
It's all fun and games until One parishioner Gertrude kills a bunch of kids. Just celebrate Halloween. The 1st to the 31st, go Halloween caroling, trick or treat all month. I would totally be down for that. I would keep a bowl of candy by my door all month long.
And you would never have candy.
I'd be fine with that. I would rather. Yeah. If I could, yeah. If there could be haunted houses all month long, Halloween parties every weekend throughout October.
Why are you trying to teach shit? It's special. It's one night a year. Special Miguel.
I'd rather replace
There's
like
haunted houses everywhere, every day.
I don't want to do it anymore. You ruined Halloween. You're a Halloween
No.
Krampus.
What makes you angry? Like, they don't want to continue Halloween for all month.
Oh my
But I'll
god.
take a candy.
Thanks. Yeah, we're caught up for comments right now. Yeah, we're good to go.
Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm tired. Yeah, so we have Instagram, for some of you who forget. We have Instagram, so please like and follow. We have a lot of content on there that you're not going to see anywhere else. We'll be continuing content on our Facebook page. So continue to follow that and check out YouTube.
We just won't be going live on
Yeah.
Facebook, but we will post the videos to Facebook.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
you'll still be able to watch it there, just not live.
Yeah, I can't put
So yeah, you gotta get up with the times with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And we are starting an hour earlier, obviously, for those of you who are here. But yeah, 7 o'clock on Pacific time. So that way everybody can try to watch. And let's stay for a
Yay.
minute. Because people have jobs, so we don't pay your bills.
No, we don't pay our bills.
All right. You guys want me to cut her? We're cutting this?
All right.
That'd be good. Yeah.
All right.
Schools.
Yeah, thanks for hanging with us. We appreciate you guys. See you next week.